Well, to say that we have a slew of new PS Vita ports for the month of March, it would be an understatement. Let's talk about stuff. That's the best intro I could do. Greetings fellow Vita fans, this is James with PS Vita at 2 AM, and I'm coming at you once again with another exciting video. And if you're new here and love everything PlayStation Vita, don't forget to subscribe, and make sure to leave me your thoughts and opinions on this topic down in the comments section. Or, whatever. So remember how I said we're gonna talk about stuff? Well, let's talk about that stuff that I plan to talk about. Does it appear like I'm firing on all cylinders today? No, it doesn't. So some of you guys who are into the whole homebrew scene with the PS Vita may have heard of an individual by the name of Rinne. Well, he goes by a longer name than that, but I can never pronounce it, so that's the best I can do. So to say that he's been on fire as of recent, well, that's putting it very lightly. The guy has given us a ton of new ports for the PS Vita, all in a matter of just a few days. I think it's safe to say that this individual doesn't eat or sleep anymore. Or maybe he just eats or sleeps PS Vita, and there's nothing wrong with that. So March is already looking to be a very jam-packed weekend for PS Vita ports. Why did I say weekend and not month? I have no idea.
I don't know.
Let's discuss it. This, as you could have guessed, comes from wolololo.net. And this is what it said. Multiple PS Vita releases. Anomaly WE, Anomaly Korea, Anomaly 2, and Anomaly Defenders unofficial ports by Rinne. And don't worry, according to Google, I said all of these names correctly. I know, that's a real first for this channel now, isn't it? He's on fire. Hey, that's what I said just a few seconds ago. Rinne has just released a stream of PS Vita ports in the past few days. The developer has just released unofficial PS Vita ports for Android games, Anomaly WE, Anomaly Korea, Anomaly Defenders, and Anomaly 2. Call me crazy here, but I think he might just be a fan of this series. What do you all think? I really don't feel like I'm grasping at straws here. These releases come after other great Android-based ports in the past few months, such as Fahrenheit, Crazy Taxi, Rockstar's Bully, and GTA San Andreas, as well as Final Fantasy ports by Rinne and Frangar. To which I'm not sure I'm saying that right. Just a few months ago, Rinne had shared that we had crossed the line of 30 Android games ported to PS Vita. He now announced that we're at 40. Great googly moogly, that's a lot of PS Vita ports. I meant it as a joke at the beginning of this video, but now I really am curious as to how this guy has time to eat and sleep with all this content he's providing us with. How we love thee. And now for the money question, or at least we would be if we were actually paying for this stuff. What's Anomaly WE You guys get the idea. What are all these Anomaly games? I really don't feel like saying that word a bunch of times again. The Anomaly series includes Anomaly Warzone Earth, Anomaly Korea, and Anomaly 2, all of which were ported to PS Vita by Rinne recently. I guess I ended up saying it after all now, didn't I? These games are described as reverse tower defense, and might I add, a very fan favorite on the PS Vita too. In Anomaly WE, players control a convoy of vehicles investigating anomalies around sections. I think we came to that conclusion based on all of these games' names of a downed alien spacecraft, which are protected by various types of defense towers that have to be destroyed. I mean, yeah, that goes without saying. Otherwise, we wouldn't have much of a tower defense game now, would we? Players do not directly control the vehicles in the convoy. Rather, they set paths for the convoy to follow along city streets, while also dropping power-ups such as decoys or smoke screens to aid the survival of said convoy. Now after reading about what this series is about, I'm surprised they didn't just call this franchise Convoy. The game series was critically acclaimed. Developer 11-Bit Studios are also known for This War of Mine, also ported to the PS Vita last year. Oh yes, I remember that release. Not sure why I said that so foreboding. And Frostpunk. Rinne has used the same technique, relying on the Flows wrapper to port Android games straight to the PS Vita, with only minimal conversion and no emulation required. From the port's README.
Warning, do not operate heavy machinery while listening to the following segment.
The port works by loading the official Android ARM v6 executable into memory, resolving its imports with native functions, and patching it in order to properly run. By doing so, it basically is as if we emulated a minimalist Android environment in which we run natively the executable as is. My apologies to individuals who are much like myself and are not very tech savvy. That was probably very hard to listen to. I really do hope that nobody was operating heavy machinery. And for those of you who are interested in downloading this and installing it onto your PS Vita, make sure to pause the screen right now for that information. Or, you could just follow the link that I'll have in in the video description. Don't want to get too technical here and make everybody fall asleep, you know, any more than they probably already have. Now, usually with segments such as this is the part where I would talk about how I personally feel about said games. But actually, in this situation, I've never once played any of these games. In fact, truth be told here, I've never even heard of this series before. Should I feel ashamed about that? Because I'm feeling really ashamed about that. Now, in my defense here, I have played other tower defense games, knock on wood, in the past for the PS Vita, so something like this is surely right up my alley. And I gotta say, too, I also trust Rinne's judgment here. Most of the ports he brings over are of high caliber, so I have no doubt that he's ported something special here. Let's just forget that bootleg Koopa Troopa guy ever existed. I have no clue why I'm bringing him up. He's bootleg, though. You know, I feel sorry for anybody who is actually new to the channel and watching this video because they probably have no clue what the heck I'm talking about, and maybe that's for the best. But I'd love to know at this point, how do you guys feel about these games? Have you had a chance to play them? Have you ever heard of this series? I guess it must be popular to some extent, considering they've made so many entries into the franchise, but that's just a hunch. Maybe these games were originally all about microtransactions. I have no clue. Anyway, I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions about this title and news down in the comments section. And as always, fellow Vita fans, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It really means a lot to me. Love you all, and I'll see you next time. This video has been brought to you in part by all of these wonderfully generous Patreon and YouTube membership supporters who help make this content possible. So a huge thank you goes out to Cham Plow, Ricardo Martinez, Donut Valley, Nintendo Switch at 2 AM, Azumara, 1488 Dental, Rizal Pliskin, Buzz Saiyan, Save and Fire, Mazgus, Tasha Monty, Eric DeWitt, Juan M. Hermosillo, That Bro, Kayonko, Hector Gonzalez, Jamie, PSP Guru, Milk Sama, Neo Arashi, Lacerated 87, No Good, Aridri, Franz Hartle, Reiko Star, Matt Fox, Bushin Ryu Cat, Jimmy Gilby, Chris Foxhound, Airkick 72, Samai 241, Mishuga 360, Werthorga, Shin Snake, Alan Iwazuk, Zakrito, Randy Azadech, Michael O'Connor, H-Hitter, Jale, Joseph Shavak, Richard Cruz, PS Vita S, Adam Sondi, Hero Acer, Rodrigo Vera, Crazy Cat, Heston Joseph, Kevin Enright, Jared Hado, VG Legends, Clayman Merlarky, BMF, Skulshire Tugel TCG, Adam Thury, Thomas Cramet, Patnos D, JR, Kyle Brooks, Saul Ramirez, Phantom XRS, David Ray, Wendy K, Hemdall Imbert, and Gutter Drums. If you would be interested in supporting the channel and gaining access to a number of perks, including having your name featured on the end credits of these videos, or if you wish to remain anonymous, that can be provided too, then make sure to check the links down in the description below. I have numerous ways for you to do this down there. Can't support in this manner? Don't worry about it. I also have some affiliate links from both Amazon and PlayAsia for anyone who is interested in purchasing something from them. Basically, the way it works is so long as you use one of those links to just access their website, then anything you purchase afterwards, a small commission will go to help support this content at no extra cost to you, the consumer. I also have channel merchandise available, and of course, as always, likes and shares can help equally as much. Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I certainly am tired of hearing the word anomaly. Anonymously speaking, that is. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.